Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome to the Resident Evil 2 Remake. But not the remake you're thinking of. Okay, look, before you click off the video, hear me out on this one, okay? So this is a Resident Evil 2 Remake, but as you can probably see by the title, it is the Resident Evil 2 map completely remade in the Source engine. So it is the entire game. You can now play it from start to finish, which is why I'm actually doing this video on it. It hit the 1.0 version, you know, the final version. Well, maybe not the final version. I don't know if they're planning on doing any more updates. But it hit the complete version on Tuesday, I believe it was. And I've been following this for about a year now, probably longer than that even, for quite a long time. And I've been sort of watching it slowly get closer and closer to the end in little increments. And I knew I wanted to do a video for it when it came out. I knew I was going to put up a video, just one little quick, just a whole one video for it. It's not going to take me that long to get through it, half an hour or so, maybe even less. I'm not 100% sure. But I really wanted to do this because the amount of work that the creators of this mod have put into it is truly exceptional. There's a few things I do want to comment on as we go through, and you'll sort of understand as we go. But let's actually get into this, because as you can see, you got new game. You got chapter 1, the city, then 2 is the police station, then you got the sewers, and there's also the lab at the end. So you can, I believe these are unlocked straight from the off. In fact, yeah, they should be, because I haven't played. I have played this game before. I have played the prior versions. I haven't played this version. So I'll point out where the original, well, the previous version of this mod actually ended. So we'll start a new game and we'll go straight into the thing. Loading. And yep, no intro, no nothing. It's just hello guys, zombies. Fortunately, you're a little more maneuverable in this compared to the original Resident Evil 2. But yeah, much like Resident Evil 2, it drops you into it. And there's just zombies literally everywhere, but fortunately you can run into that. The door shuts by itself, which is rather nice, I think. No kendo, because there are no like NPCs or anything like that that you can mess around with for whatever reason, I guess. But fortunately, but as you can imagine, they will break the window, just like that. So we'll shut the door so we don't have to deal with them, and we'll pull the gun out, because we've got a bit of ammo for it now. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think they implemented the whole Brad thing. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Come on, die. Small tip, if you want to play this, and for the record, you can play this. I will, of course, be putting a link down in the description for you to be able to download this for yourself. So don't worry about that. Small tip, always aim for the friggin' head. And these guys we can probably take out with a knife. Hello. There you go. Always aim for the head because it does the most damage. I mean, duh, right? Oi! That's not very nice. Come on, you two. Bring it, bring it, bring it. Knife is actually useful in this, which is rather nice. So yeah, I've been watching the development of this little project for quite a long while now, and it's a really, really good looking thing. I mean, you can just tell just by like looking at it that the style is as close to the original Resident Evil 2 as you're gonna get, especially in like hello, quick, hide up on this. You couldn't do this in the original Resident Evil 2, could you? But yeah, the style is so absolutely close to the original Resident Evil 2. It's just lovely, and you can tell that they really spent a long time getting as accurate a look as possible. They even put the gate. The weird thing about this is you can see that gate. You'll get close enough to actually open the bloody thing. You can see that gate in Resident Evil 2, but it's one of those really hard to get screens. It's like you can only see it if the game arbitrarily decides to trigger looking at the gate, but the gate always was there. It wasn't as if they just added it in Resident Evil 3. You can see it in Resident Evil 2. I'm sure you can. Or maybe it was only ever in the demo or something. I don't know. I have played the Resident Evil 2. The Resident Evil 2 demo is weird, because it cuts out like the basketball court and the bit where you go through the streets and the bus and all that stuff, and it just cuts straight through. It's a very odd thing. Yeah, small point. Loading times are quite long. If you have a slower computer, you will probably be waiting for quite a while. The thing is, it's loading the entire police station. It's got like all 3 levels of the police station and the basement area as well. So it's loading a big map. But as you can see, it looks freaking amazing. I mean, this is entirely done in the Half-Life, the Source engine. I always call it the Half-Life engine. It's the Source engine. And yeah, these guys just like went to town. Now, obviously, the zombie models are just... and yes, for the record, you can pick up ink ribbons and use typewriters to save. I think you do get checkpoints during level loadings, but I think that's about it. Aside from that, if you die, which you're not really going to, it's quite easy, frankly. But, yep. And look, you even get ink ribbons. Freaking first aid sprays. You saw the ink ribbon already, but yeah, first aid sprays. They actually implemented them in. And if I was hurt, then... I would... You pick up health stuff automatically. Now, this is where we get to something slightly funny. Because it's like, how are they going to implement lickers? Because, like, lickers, you know, the zombies are clearly just the head crab zombies, just minus the head crab. So, how are they going to do lickers? This is how they do lickers. Yeah, they're antlions painted red, or given like a red tint over them to make them look a bit more like lickers, and then they're just given the right sound effects. I will say the sound effects are accurate. The sound effects are exactly the same sound effects you hear in the game, which is obviously the point. Let's see, we can pick up a little more ammo in here, and all the items are in the right place. Obviously, you need the lighter for that. Haven't got that yet. I'll pick it up later. Not a problem. You know, the items are in the same place. The zombies are... It's a 100% faithful remake, which is really why I wanted to bring it to your attention. Because with the actual Resident Evil 2 remake coming out, obviously there have been a lot of fan projects to remake Resident Evil over the years, or Resident Evil 2 over the years. And, you know, some of them have been better than others, and, you know, some of them have actually been completed. Like, there was one done in Unity, I believe. You can see videos of it. Like, the guy made the entire of Resident Evil 2. Like, both characters' stories and all that stuff. And he made it in Resident Evil 2, but he never released it online because he said he didn't want to. It was just something he did for himself to learn Unity, which, okay, I understand. A bit disappointing it didn't end up online, but But of course, we've got the official Resident Evil 2 remake now, so that should be really good. And I am so hyped about the Resident Evil 2 remake. That game looks absolutely amazing. Come on. Great thing about this is you can actually move an item, so if I just drop that there, it means it's a place I can get to it very easily if needs be. Anyway, we need the unicorn medal, which means we now have to run all the way back to the main lobby. Isn't it all so good? Anybody remember what happens in this corridor? Oh no, the zombie broke in. Now you may notice that I've got those little sort of reticule lines around the around my reticule, my aim sight, or whatever the hell you want to call it. You get that up by clicking the right mouse button, if you want to. Now you may notice that that looks a little clunky. The guys aren't really character modelers. Like they can model an environment exceptionally well, as you can see by just looking around this. Character models, not so much. I'm not going to spoil it away, but there is a moment later on that made me laugh my ass off first time I saw it. But we'll get to that when we get to that later. Anyway, for now, let's pick up the crank, because we'll need that later. You may also notice there is no inventory. You cannot actually look at what items you have and haven't collected. Obviously, there's no inventory management. The chests don't really read into that in any way. The chests are just... you can open them up and there's something nice inside for you. Which, you know, I am glad that they did at least put something in the chest and they're not just, like, there. And you can't even open them. But, speed key. Zombies. Come on, wakey wakey. Hello. One moment. So So yeah, there's no inventory. You can't even see how much ammo you've got. The only thing you get is the right sort of curved line tells you how much ammo you've got in your current gun. The left is your health. So you have to be... Come on, get around there. You have to be very careful. This is why I use the right... you know, you press the right mouse button to get this up. Otherwise, there's literally no way to tell how, you know, full or not full your health is. So I would recommend using that if you're going to play this yourself. I love the attention to detail. I mean, just look at this, all these books and everything. I don't even know if this kind of shit was in the original Half-Life. I mean, I know that the Source engine has had mods, like just so many mods. I mean, another favorite mod of mine was Nightmare House 2, which I played like years and years and years ago. And that's a really, really good mod. If you want to play a nice mod that isn't actually like based on any existing IP, you know, it's just a thing that exists by itself. It's a really, really good game. Alright, there's the lighter. More ink ribbons for later. And more ammo. Need all the ammo we can get. As I said, always aim for the head, because it only costs you 3 bullets to take them down rather than, well, anything more. Now we go down here. I am playing this in exactly the same way I play the actual Resident Evil 2 game, by the way. No real difference whatsoever. Hello. At least you can aim better in this. Which makes things a little easier. And of course the zombies go down up quite a bit easier than they do in the other game anyway. By the way, you notice you got this. There is actually a map in there. You can't pick it up because map in that regard would be kind of useless in a game where there's no like menu or map system or anything like that. I don't know if they're planning to implement any more. Birds! Hilarious birds. Clearly they're based off of the what were they called? The slicer things, the scanners. I forget what they're actually called. It's like there's no wing flapping animation. There's nothing like that. They're just based off of those buzzing things from Half-Life 2, which is quite funny. Like I said, these guys not really like enemy modders. It would be interesting to see if there's anybody out there that knows how to mod enemies in like a game, wants to help these guys out. I'm sure they'd love to have like proper looking models. Like if they could change the zombie models to look more like the actual Resident Evil 2 zombies, or if they could change the birds so they actually have animation rather than just rather hilariously flying around in the way that they do. Fortunately, there's not that many birds in this game, so it's not a problem that comes up. In fact, I think ever again. I think that's pretty much the only room where you see them. Wait for it to explode. There it goes. And it douses the fire. It's even got the same sound effect. Like I said, the attention to detail in this is really, really good. They really sort of pushed the bar out and went as close as they could get, given obvious limits with the engine and all that stuff. So I am just going to be endlessly gushing over this. As I said, I've been watching this project get slowly worked on and developed for... It must be over a year now. I can't even remember. I think, if memory serves, they hadn't... This area, Chapter 2, the police station, was still in development, I think, back when I found it. I'm pretty sure. So it was quite a while ago. And as I said, I've been slowly watching all the developments, adding like new areas, like getting into the sewer slowly but surely, and then adding in the lab. The last update that they actually released, which was obviously like beta version 12 or something like that, ended quite early on in the lab. So I hadn't really seen anything beyond that. So I'm very curious what they're gonna do for the last boss, because obviously all the bosses are in the game, but as you can see, they're kind of just using the Half-Life enemies. So I'm kind of wondering, because there weren't, strictly speaking, that many bosses in Half-Life. At least not in the sense of a creature that you could actually fight against. I suppose there were a couple, but not many. Not many at all. Right, so pick up the heart key. Off we go. Off we go, off we go, off we go. One quick thing before I do that. Up, 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 up. Whee! And you can run in this as well. I know I haven't been, but you move at a pretty fast speed in general, but you can run if you want to save yourself a bit of time. The controls are pretty much just Half-Life controls. Hey. So, you know, perfectly normal, standard stuff. If you've ever played Half-Life or Half-Life 2, you'll know how to play this game. It controls exactly the same way. Dunk. Doink. Now we go into here. Take out the next big chunk of zombies. I just remembered something. Hold that thought. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Whoop. Hold up. Hold up now. Did I forget to pick up the shotgun in the stars room? I think I forgot to pick up the shotgun in the stars room. Hold that thought, guys. Hold that thought. Because I am going to need that shotgun eventually. I think I did. I think I actually forgot to pick it up. I think I was so busy yabbering on and just picking up the bloody unicorn medal. I forgot to pick up the god. Yes, I did. I'm an idiot. There we go. Shotgun. I had this... The thing is, I have played, as I said, I played this section of the map a couple of times, because as I said, I've been running around with the whole... Actually, I could have gone this way, never mind. But I've been playing this several times, so it's like, in my mind, I already know some of the things to do, so I end up just glancing over it and stuff, but that's not a problem. Interesting thing, they added a thing over here. It was one of those jokes that... In the original Resident Evil 2, there were no bathrooms. Like, if you actually looked around, there were absolutely no bathrooms in the whole game. And I think it became like a joke. Because I did notice when I watched the remake gameplay trailer, you know, that I only watched half of it. Because it was so good, I actually didn't die. It was such a good game, I genuinely didn't want to spoil it for myself, because I was like, oh my god, this looks so good, I need to stop watching this, like, now. And, yeah, I was so, oh god almighty, I cannot wait for that remake. My biggest problem is, how am I going to play it? Because my mind, wants to just play it by itself. Like, I just want to sit down and enjoy the game on my own. Just like in the original Resident Evil 2, you just leave the room before the liquor does any damage to you, which is hilarious. But yeah, I don't know how I want to deal with Resident Evil 2, because I could play it by myself, I could live stream it, or I could let's play it. And I'm like, I don't know which. Like, I genuinely don't know which one. Let's just pop the cable in there, and look, they all go down. Isn't that nice? And pick up the shotgun shells, because I actually have the shotgun now. Look, even the basement is here. No loading. It is weird that they use the technically stronger zombie types. Ow. But they make them weaker. I don't know if that's specifically something they actually did. Like, they edited the abilities, the health, I should say, of the damn thing. But yeah, in terms of their abilities, it's exactly the same. You can't go through there, sadly. Pick that up. There's no... Nope, nope, we're okay. You're technically playing Leon's story, by the way. So you don't go into Claire's area. I don't know if there is, like, a plan to implement Claire's rooms, or if they're just focusing on... Is there an item there? No, probably not. Or if they're just gonna... Because, like I said, this is the 1.0 version. This is the final... Well, it's not the... Maybe not the final, but it's the full version. I don't know what their plans are for, like, the future of the project. If this is it, or if there's going to be more of it. I do hope they keep, like, adding new stuff to it, because I'd like them to... Like, if they could add in the Claire areas, and maybe add in, like, an alternate skin for your character to so you could play Claire's story. I don't know if they'd be able to program that in, you know, if that would be possible, or if that would be too hard, or if maybe that's just beyond what they want to do. I mean, especially now that you've actually got the official Resident 2 remake coming out next year. Oh, I can't wait for that. I'm going to keep repeating this. I cannot wait for the Resident Evil 2 remake. I am just so looking forward to it. Anyway, whoop. Let's pop that, and that into there for future reference. And look, we can go under here now, because obviously we don't have an Ada to play with. Whoop, okay. There we go. They even yelp like the dogs too. Like I said, they put all the necessary sound effects in this. It's just, it's really, really good. And as I said, it is 100% faithful. Even, like, you know, you can just see just by looking at this. Go and give this mod some love. Like, it does seem like it's, you know, there's a lot of comments on it. People have clearly been watching the mod for some time. It's been in development for a while. I don't know specifically when it started, but it's been in development for quite a while. But, obviously, what you really want is as many people playing it as possible. Because I think it would also help people to sort of tide themselves over until the official Resi 2 remake comes out. Ah, there it goes. Look, it floats. Isn't that amazing? And key, club key. Now we gotta go all the way back, because that's how it does in the main game. I'm honestly not complaining. I friggin' love this game. I mean, as in this mod, I love Resident Evil 2, I love the mod. Come on. I think Resident Evil 2 is probably the game I own the most versions of. Because obviously I own the PlayStation version. I know I got a version on the GameCube. I've got a version on... Oh yeah. I've got a version on... I think I ended up with a version on the Dreamcast too. Just apropos of nothing. I think a friend just gave me a bunch of his old Dreamcast games, and he had a copy of Resi 2. So it's just one of those things. I have a copy on that as well. Wait, run! That was hard. I love doing that. Yeah, armory. Let's see, we got some ammo. That's always nice. And a machine gun. Yes. Which we'll save for later. Because we don't need it right now. Because of course we don't need it right now. That's how you do in Resident Evil. As long as you have ammo for your handgun and the enemies are easily dispatched with a handgun, you're fine. Shotgun ammo. And of course, the Magnum. Ooh, lovely. It's got a good look. It's very silvery. Alright, yeah, we don't need that yet. Oop. Grab one of those while I'm at it. So what's next? We need the cog. So we gotta go around here. I remember last time I was playing on this, I completely forgot this. I had to come back. Yeah, the liquor's still in there. And he's gonna stay in there until Raccoon is destroyed. Whoop. Good thing is, because there's no actual inventory management, you always know you've got the items you need. You know, you don't have to come here and think, oh shite, I forgot the bleeding lighter. That's so annoying. Because I've done that before, playing the original Resident Evil. Oh, that's annoying so much. Oh yeah, that's right. Right, so let's just... I've unlocked it. Ah. More ammo, because of course we always need it. I'll pick up the other key. Can't even remember where that is now. Who cares? I'm sure I've got it, and if not, it's only a tiny bit of it. Oh yeah, the zombies break in. Oh yeah, I did. There it is. Ammo. Right. So we've got the crank. We've got the cog. I think that's everything we need. Hey. Crankety crankety crank. Hey, there it goes. And so we put the thing in there and press the button. Wait for it. Ah. Oh no. Well, where's the way forward? I remember the first time they added this bit in, It was pitch black in here. You couldn't see a damn thing. It was really hard to work out. It's really hard to hear, but you can hear William screaming. Yeah, quotes, William screaming. He's very dead, though. Unfortunate, but true. Anyway, we gotta get the hell out of here. We've got a sewer boss to fight. First real boss of the game, if you play Resident Evil 2. The lickers can seem like bosses, but they're really not. Anyway, let's get the shotgun out. Hopefully that's all we need, and... Oh no, it's one of these things. Hello. Here we go again. Come on now, come on. Yes, they can still poison you. And yes, it acts pretty much like it does... There it goes. And yes, it acts pretty much like it does in the actual Half-Life game. And we're off into the sewers. Yay! I will say, this is taking me longer. I'm looking at the timer on my thing. And I'm almost half an hour into it, and I've still got at least another 10 minutes left. So this episode's going to be a bit longer than I was expecting. I thought, oh, it'll be 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. But I guess this game's longer than I thought. I mean, you do have a lot of back and forth in Resident Evil, of course. So, sewers. As I said, loading times are quite long. It's loading the whole area. I mean, you noticed in the police station, there were no loading screens in that. That was all one single continual map. So, if you have an older computer, beware. Like, seriously, be careful with that kind of stuff. Because it's like, it may lag your computer to all hell. I don't know, but it might. Some ammo for that. Push this. And we go down. Same again. Like I said, if you've played the original Resident Evil 2, this game is identical. There's no new additions to it. It is supposed to be a 100% completely faithful remake of Resident Evil 2. Get on the elevator. I don't need that. And down we go. Obviously, I'm not going to get shot here. There's no Ada in this game. There's no Annette. There's no characters other than me. Interestingly enough, this elevator, nothing. There's literally nothing there, which, again, they haven't implemented any of the Claire's area. I don't know if that's like a plan for the future, or if it's like something they're thinking about, or what. I honestly do not know. I do kind of hope that they are, but as I said, with the official remake coming out, they could just say, okay, we finished the game, let's draw a line under this and just wait for the actual game to come out. So I honestly don't know what they're planning. Because I will say, other than the actual, game version releases, the team behind this are relatively quiet, which is fine, Yep, they even got that exactly the same. It does exactly the same thing. It's really, really good. Clunk. And we cross. As I'm sure you know, we have to push it back up. Now, this is the part where you may laugh a little bit. Don't blame them. Don't need this right now. You will in a minute. So, yeah. Remember what I said about them not really being character modelers? Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. It's a little bit clunky. Boom. Just let it do its thing, I guess. That's weird. Haven't seen it do that before. Last time I played this, the crocodile was in it. I was really not sure. I do remember, like, the first time I played it, I was like, how are they gonna do the crocodile? Like, what are they gonna do with the crocodile? Because, like, even the actual team who were like remaking Resident Evil 2 were like, we're not sure if we're going to put the crocodile in. Like, we're not sure if it fits with the plan we've got for the new Resident Evil 2 game. Now, apparently they have. They have since confirmed, yes, of course we put the crocodile in there. It's like, it's the most memorable moment of the whole of Resident Evil 2. Everybody loved the crocodile bit. So it's interesting to see sort of, you know, how they'll do it versus how this game's doing it. And as I said, these guys, they're obviously not character modelers. They're clearly much better at environment. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want to point out, I am not complaining about that in the slightest. If their strength is in modeling a game, guess what? Their strength is amazing. Because this game is perfect replica. Absolutely. It's so faithful and so good. There we go. Off we go. Climb right into oblivion. Now all you do is you just duck. Whoa. I don't actually know if it can hit you, but obviously, whoa. Obviously I'm not going to take that chance. Just keep it moving, guys. Keep it moving. And I like that it can do both. Again, it's one of those things, I'm very curious. If you just sort of hang around here, you're fine. I'm very curious how the remake is going to handle this, because it was a bit of a weird scene. You were trapped in a small environment, the thing was hurting you, but as long as you kept moving, it was harmless, and you just let Ada do all the work. In fact, I don't even think the amount of damage it took was the thing. I think it hit you 6 times, and that was it. That was literally all it did. We done? Hey, we're there. Whee. Open up. And we're out. Look, you can even do this. Whee! Poof. There it is. Weapon box key. It's great. It's so faithful. It's so 100% faithful. Yep. Obviously you don't get like the Volt gun or... That was always a very odd gun for Claire to pick up. Like, it had extremely limited ammo. And I honestly was never sure if it was that good, like as an actual gun. It was the weirdest thing ever. About, you know, how useful the J-Volt was. Was it J-Volt? I think it was J-Volt. I can't remember now. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. Anyway, let's go. Ah, the train station. I will say, it was always very odd to me how the train station made such an odd little cameo from Resident Evil 0. If you haven't played Resident Evil 0, this area shows up in Resident Evil 0. The weird thing is they sort of shoehorn in a door here. I mean, you could argue, oh, maybe it was just an area that looked like it, but I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure, considering you take the elevator down and you end up in the Resident Evil 2 lab, but only one room of it, it's the weirdest thing ever. It really, really is. But, I mean, you know, it's a bit of fan service, I guess. Duke, 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 duke. And we're off. We're off. No, 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 no. Oh, for goodness sake. Doors in this game are a little annoying. Yeah, I know. Stop with your horn. You get an odd little actual cutscene here. It's weird. I don't know specifically why they did it. I guess they wanted to show it to you. Because it was one of those surprising things. As you find a train and you think, oh, the train's going to go forward. No, it goes down. Which is always one of those really odd things. It's like, oh, okay, the train goes down. It doesn't go across like a normal train. Which is even weirder still because this area has probably appeared in the most games, I think. Because this area also shows up in Outbreak, in the second level of the first Outbreak game, at the very end. Because the second level of the first Outbreak game is actually... Whoa, what happened there? Ah, no. No, 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 that's not good. Ah, oh no, the game's crashed. No, don't crash on me now. Hang on, maybe I can get back into it. I appear to be stuck. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. Can I get loose? Come on, send me down, please. There it goes. Woo! That was close. I don't know what that was. I never said the game was perfect. I just said it was released. Anyway, we got a boss fight to deal with. Don't worry, I'll edit all that crap out. Hello. Uh-oh. Hang on, let me reload that. Let's get out the machine gun, because I've got it. Where's he gone? There he is. Honestly, the machine gun's not that good at weapon. I just kind of use it because I've got it, you know? There it goes. Right. Well, that was eventful. A little more eventful than I'd have liked, but it was eventful. And down we go. Now, please don't screw up this time. Come on. Press the button. There it goes. That was weird. I don't know why. I suddenly started just floating. Like I said, the game has a few bugs and glitches in it. It's trying to do something that Half-Life engine, Source engine, isn't really designed to do. But don't worry about it too much. Anyway, we'll get into a loading screen in a minute. Because it's got to load up the lab. Just wait for the elevator to go down. Do 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 do. Oh, there it goes. I knew the loading screen was going to kick in at some point. I just wasn't sure when. Come on. Come on. Loading, loading, loading. Like I said, because it's loading whole areas, the loading's big. So you'll just have to bear with it when playing it. But it's worth it. I want to reiterate, this is an amazing recreation of Resident Evil 2. Considering there haven't actually been that many fan attempts at recreating Resident Evil 2, at least none that have like actually finished or been publicly released, this is probably the best one we're going to get, at least until the actual remake comes out. Pick up the ammo. We'll stick with the shotgun, I think. Should have more than enough ammo for it. Anything in that? Nope. No, 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 no. We're good. Okay, then. Let's do this. Off we go. And you may notice there's a few minor differences in terms of layout. I think that was just to make designing the area easier. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Because obviously it's easier to work on a grid than it is to work diagonally. And a lot of this area is diagonally designed. Which is I understand. It's one of those concessions you do for the ease of design of something. Nothing wrong with that, I think. Let me drop you in there. Give me power. Give me all the power in the world. So we'll go this way first. Hello. I'm gonna pick up that. Put the whole bunch of ammo in there and good stuff. Good stuff. We can set this on fire to burn that away, apparently. Yay. Because it was in the original game. Now, if memory serves, I don't think this... Was this in the... I don't think so. I'm mostly going off of my memory of the original Resident Evil. I can't remember. I think these rooms might have been in there. I think this... The door was there, but it wasn't, like, usable, I think. I think that's as far as the last version of the game got. I can't remember exactly. It was a while since I played it. Big ass elevator to go down now. Kind of like the loading screens you get in Resident Evil 2 when you've actually got to manually climb down a big elevator. I wonder if they'll actually put that in. It's like that elevator from one of the Metal Gear games. Never played the Metal Gear games, but I happen to know there's an elevator with a certain amount of infamy in that series. An elevator, a ladder. I keep saying fucking elevator for some reason. It's a ladder. It's not an elevator. Yeah, we'll be okay without that. Doors. Big screens. No map to get, obviously, because, like I said before, no maps in this game. But that's fine. There's gas coming out of there for some reason. And we'll go down there in a minute, because we don't need to do that yet. I doubt they've implemented anything like the maggots. That's probably not in this. I am curious if they got the giant moth and what that's going to be. Get guard. Yeah. No need to make a cure. No sherry in this version either. So that's fine. So let's go and see if they did... Hang on. Yep. See what they did with this. Anything? Whoa, what? Oh! Ah, head crabs. Oh, head crabs! Head crabs instead of moths. I can get behind that. I hear another one? No, guess not. Head crabs instead of moths. I approve. Just as easy to kill, it would seem. Oop. Boom. 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 Wow, it's dark in here. I haven't seen this before. This looks awesome. No giant moth, it seems. Just eggs. Is this... Were these in the actual Half-Life game? Oh, it's probably in episode 2 when you're going through the antlion nest. Got some ammo. Can we use this computer? We cannot. Okay, so I guess we can't open up that door. Which, again, is expected. You've only got one character to play with, I suppose. So that's very, very expected, I would say. Oh, hang on. Liquor comes down from the... Yep. I remembered that last second, but I remembered it. Okay. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. We need the handgun. Actually, no, we'll sit with the shotgun. And now we gotta climb up the ladder. Whoop, oh, sorry, wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And we're up. I do wonder, like, is that actually supposed to be like a giant tree? Well, I suppose it's accurate enough compared to the giant vine root thingamajiggy you have in the actual game. Weird, but I can work with it. Can you actually open that? Oh, you can. Oh, well, they gave me some shotgun ammo. I guess that's something. Two-step fingerprint verification. See, it kind of implies that you maybe can do it, but I guess I understand why they do it. There we go. Lights. Oh, hi. And that's the MO disc. Still never worked out what MO stood for. Ah! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. No getting shot. No Ada. No Annette. Just... Nope. Someone set off the self-destruct system. Because it happens in the original game. I like that they did at least include it. I did wonder, it was like, are we going to get a... Of course we're going to get a self-destruct system. It's stupid. I'm proceeding to the bottom platform already. Shut your yap. At least you're not naked zombies. Oh, there's a thought. You can't, like, keep health with you during this boss fight. I'm just gonna go save. Just in case. I don't know what, if anything, the last boss is gonna be. It's probably another one of those head crab things again. Just really, like, lots of health or something. I don't know if you can edit. I'm assuming you can edit, like, the health of creatures and stuff when you're doing these sort of... I've never tried using the Source engine to make a mod of my own. I've thought about it. Oh, good. Do we actually have 5 minutes? There it goes. Let's do this. Magnum time. What is that? Oh, I remember that. That's the Antlion Queen. Oh god. Holy shit. I was not expecting this, but okay. Where are you? Come on, you son of a bitch. Smile for me. Uh-oh. Ah, how much bullets you gonna take? Oh god, 4 minutes? Right, so you don't actually give me a timer, you just tell me how many minutes are left. Okay. Wow, this is actually kind of intense. Ah. Ah. Whoa. Did I get it? Oh, I got it. Hey. You done? Oh, good. Blimey, that was legitimately intense. I wasn't expecting the Antlion Queen to show up. Christ, I haven't gotten that far in Half-Life 2 in years. I usually get bored before that. Typically you get bored when you reach Black Mesa East. I never really feel like playing Half-Life 2 again. Half-Life 2 was a great game, but... oh god, 3 minutes. But so many games since then have been, like, supplanted by it. Do we trigger a cutscene? Apparently not. Oh, do we have to fight the other boss as well? That would be really cool. Can we... oh, we can't go across? Ah, shame. Maybe, again, like I said, they could implement more stuff in a future update. Maybe. I don't know how much more work they're going to put into it. So do we just... oh, there it goes. Hey, it worked. We got... whoa, we're going. Yay. Are we done it? I think we've done it. I'm assuming that's the end of the game anyway. Nice that they actually implemented a train. I mean, that's good stuff. It's rumbling. Oh, there it goes. Ah! It's blinding light. Hey, we're good. I think we're good. I'm assuming that's it. Yep, there it goes. Resident Evil 2 source. There you have it. That is Resident Evil 2 source. This is amazing, okay? As I said, I have played it before. So I was largely just gushing over it as opposed to reacting to what was going on around me. I'd seen it before. It was actually interesting looking at that last boss. So, yeah, it's just really great. And as you can say, like Sean Scene, however the hell you want to pronounce that, you did a fantastic job at this. I'm assuming it was just him. I mean, if this really was just one guy working on this, that's fantastic. I don't know if anyone out there who's going to watch this, if you're going to look at this and be like, you know, oh, I can maybe help him with some character modeling, or maybe I can help him with something else. I don't know if he is going to keep working on this. So there you go. Look, I mean, the passion project of one guy, that's amazing. Like, for one guy to make this, I mean, okay, it took him a couple of years, but yeah, clearly this was just like a part-time project. Maybe even it was a project for the guys to like learn how to make games in Source. You know, people often do that. You know, if you want to learn how to use like a game-making engine, sometimes starting with recreating something you know, is a good way to learn the basics, because you know what you're aiming for then. Like, you know, you start by recreating Metroid if you want to make a Metroidvania. Start by, you know, if you want to make a platformer, start by doing something like Mario, or if it's 3D, start by emulating 3D Mario or Banjo-Kazooie or something. So if you start by emulating what you know when you've got it right. And then you can go into making your own stuff, having gotten over that hump. So, you know, I don't specifically know what the story behind him doing this is, if it was a passion project, if he just really wanted to remake Resident Evil 2 in the Source engine. I don't care what the reason was. This is a fantastic little game. I mean, it's taken me nearly an hour to get through it, and I know what I'm doing. You know? So, if you've never played Resident Evil 2 before, because, oh, I never really liked the whole survival horror thing, this could be a good way to get into it. And, you know, I mean, it said there, I didn't sort of make a comment when it was on screen, but it said, you know, keep an eye out for the actual official Resident Evil 2 remake. And yeah, you should keep an eye out for the Resident Evil 2. I'm sure as hell keeping an eye out for the Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm going to pre-order it eventually once I'm not 100% sure what version I'm going to pre-order. I'm probably not going to get like the special super duper bundle. It looks neat, but I have no need for that. But I might pre-order it anyway, because I really, really do want to play the Resident Evil 2 remake, so I don't mind pre-ordering that. I'm not one of those people that pre-orders like everything. There are very few games that will ever get me to pre-order, and admittedly, Resident Evil 2 remake is going to be one of them. So fingers crossed it's good when it comes out, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. But anyway, I really wanted to bring this to your attention, and I honestly think, you know, check the link in the description. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in there when this video goes up. So do check the link. Go and check out this this mod. It's purely fan made. You know, it's completely free. There's no money needed to play this for obvious reasons. So just go and check it out. I think this mod needs some love. It needs some attention, and people should play it. So as I said, guys, thanks so much for watching this. If you are so inclined, please leave a like on the video. Share it around, because as I said, I do think this mod needs a lot of love, a lot of attention. And I don't know if he's planning any more with it, but maybe if we can get a lot of attention on it, he'll sort of add in all the little extra bits, like maybe adding in Claire's area or 2 scenarios you can play back to back or something. I don't know quite how the game would work like that. Maybe he can work something out. Please, of course, if you are so inclined, leave a comment. I would love to hear your thoughts on this mod, you know, what you think about it, all this good stuff. And of course, if you are so inclined, please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell to get notifications if you do subscribe, because YouTube can be very flaky about this kind of stuff these days. And also follow me on Twitter. Link is also in the description down below. There's a lot of links in the description of this video, believe me. And follow me on Twitter, because you will also get notifications when I upload. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.